Prison might be one of the most polite places I've ever been. Well, my oldest daughter Googled my name 3-4 years ago, and that was rough. Yeah. I used to call that the prohibition cut.
Yes.
Putting me on the spot. Listen, just stay out of my DMs. I believe in monogamy. Stay out of my DMs.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Off Air Podcast. I'm Slater.
I'm Marjo.
This is episode.
You're keeping that.
This is episode 13.
Lucky number 13. Yeah.
Featuring Buddy the Barber. His real name is Milton Gasson Jr.
World famous.
Yeah, world famous. And Buddy spent some time in prison, and he's going to get real candid about that. We're going to talk about barber culture. We're going to talk about some conspiracy theories, what people talk about in the barber chair.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk about why Buddy loves women so much.
Yes.
One of my favorite topics.
Yeah. If you're listening on YouTube, hit the like button, give us a sub if you like the content and help the channel grow. We appreciate it.
I mean, before we start, I just want to say that Marjo probably shouldn't send me any more unsolicited pictures in my DM, please.
Stop asking for them. Unsolicited.
No, unsolicited.
Unsolicited.
If you could please stop.
Listen, you know what? I'm sorry.
It causes a lot of problems.
I'll try to contain myself. You're not the first guy to tell me that.
Yeah.
It was rolling, right?
Yeah, it was rolling. Oh, yeah. We're talking about unintentional DM activation.
Not unintentional. Oh, no. It was intentional.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah.
How
many years ago was this?
No.
2 days ago.
2 days ago. I know. When I first met Marjo, I knew she was kind of a wild child. Yeah. You know.
Buddy, we're not going to dig into our past, okay? Neither of us need to know.
That's right. None of us need that.
I could just tell by looking at her. I was like, she's part of it.
She gets down.
You know?
Yeah. But now I go to bed too early to be promiscuous anymore.
I know.
Like, nobody wants a booty call at 8:15 at night. They're like, what? I'm still out to dinner. I'm like, oh, okay.
I remember the night of my wife's wake. She was asking my advice about a booty call. I was like, we just left the funeral, all right?
I was
She needed to snuggle up next to something.
Yeah.
She was sad. She had to snuggle up against something.
I was drunk. I didn't get
I looked good. I had a big dress on.
Right.
Yeah. I know.
I was trying to distract you.
I know what you were doing. So you're so you guys have known each other for a while. I just started. I mean, I knew you existed.
Sure,
you're a barber at one of the
small town, and
so your name's Buddy, but your real name is Milton Gasson Jr.
Yes, Milton James Gasson Jr. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a cool name.
Yeah. It's a family name.
It's prestigious. Like I feel like it's like regal almost or something. I don't know.
Yeah, every first male in the family.
So how many are there?
Yeah, how many Miltons are there?
Alive right now, there's 4, but then we got couple nephews too that are in the family that their middle name's Milton. It's funny. Me, my son, my brother, first cousin, and his son. Yeah.
And if your son has a son, is it expected that?
Oh yeah. If he don't, he's all done.
Yeah. You're out of the family if you don't go with the name.
Nah, he's funny. He says his first son will be Milton, then his second one will be Garlic, and he's got all these crazy names.
Garlic?
He says he's gonna have a kid in every nation.
Yeah.
And I'll put it past
Garlic,
him.
like the supplement?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, what?
So, because we just had a conversation, I was like, my late wife Georgia knew you, and you were like, Georgia. Yeah. That was my brother. I was like, you got a brother named Milton too?
Yeah,
it's like your brother's got the same name. You're like, well, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
So where'd Buddy come from?
That's a funny story. Remember when the Cabbage Patch dolls came out?
Yeah.
My grandfather was big on getting his grandkids stuff that they could save forever and make money later in the years.
Yeah.
So he was getting all of his grandkids the Cabbage Patch dolls. My father was still around at the time. And he says, my son's not going to have no damn doll.
Yeah.
My mother's mother got me one of the Buddy dolls. I dragged that thing around with me everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes,
and I guess,
my buddies.
And I guess that's what I was called, just Buddy, and it just stuck.
That's
just
funny.
Buddy stuck forever.
Are the Cabbage Patch Kids the ones that used to smell really good, like the baby powder?
No.
Yeah, I think they did have like a baby.
They had a smell.
Them.
They had a really nice smell.
They had the real
to them.
round
the round
faces.
plastic heads and then the body.
I think that was Cabbage Patch Kids.
No.
I think. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember mine smelling, but
For sure.
No. So they've been calling you Buddy for a while.
Oh, forever. And because of all the Miltons at a family function. Milton. We all look. We all needed to. Like my brother's Duke.
Right.
He goes by Duke. And My son was Cubby now he's just Milton, and then there's little Milton.
It's like George Foreman. Didn't he name all of his
all
sons
the kids
George?
George.
And then the girls were like Georgette or Georgina or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're a barber in town, have been for a while. What got you interested in that? Like, when did you start wanting cutting hair?
That's a story too. Well, I was a troubled kid. I was in juvie, and then at 18, I ended up doing some time. And well, in Shirley Medium, I went to go take my cellie was going to take his GED test. I was like, I should go down there and see if I can get my GED test. They come around every 6 months. You could take the test. So I went down there to the school building. I asked the teachers, do you think I could take it just to see what I need to study for? They're like, yeah, sure. So I take it. About 2 weeks later, Gasson to the school building at Movement. I go down there. The teacher, I'm like, I was told I have to come down here. The teacher goes, yeah, we were wondering if you want to help tutor the GED class. I was like, no, I just want my GED. You know,
You're like, wait, I can't help tutor the class. I don't even have mine.
Like, right, exactly. And she pulls out a paper and she was like, this is you, right? I said, yeah. She was like, yeah, you have the highest score in the prison, and we were wondering if you'd like to help us out. So I did that for about a year and a half. And after that, I walk in one day, and there's a cake and this big giant card with everybody that I helped get their GED, signed it. And
that's awesome.
You know, it was cool. And Sue, the teacher, was like, after the class, she said, so what would you like to do? You'd like to do culinary arts or barber? And I said, ma'am, I just lost 100 pounds. If I go back into culinary arts, I'm going to gain it all back before I even go home. I ended up gaining it all back anyway. But, so I was like, and honestly, in a selfish way, originally, I was probably 20 years old. Yeah, about 20 years old. And I was like, which one has best good time? What's going to get me out of here sooner?
Yeah.
And it was a barbershop. So she was like, okay, go down there tomorrow after lunch. And I was like, oh, man, because the way things worked, you had a list. And, you know, seniority gets up on the list and then goes into the barbershop. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was like, I ain't got enough time to get in there, but you mess with those teachers and do what you're supposed to do in there, and they get you right in there. Yeah. Came home with a barber's license, and the rest is history. I haven't been in trouble since. Had a couple more kids, and, you know, started living the boring life.
Does it feel boring compared to the life you used to live?
No.
You don't miss that?
No. I mean, when you're a kid, I was definitely, I was definitely running with a rougher crowd. A lot of stupid shit, but I don't really miss it. I mean, if I was younger still, maybe I would. Like, it's tough to stay still at 40 years old. It's tough to stay still for me. Yeah. Got to move around quite a bit. But
what was the chart? Like, why did you go to jail or prison?
A friend I grew up with had shot somebody, and the person ran off and then ended up passing away in the hospital. And I was with him and got an accessory after the fact of felony. Did 5 years, 2 years probation.
How was that?
That was insane.
Yeah.
18 years old.
That's how young you were, huh? Yeah, that was.
I was 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Shirley in Massachusetts, right? Shirley Junction or whatever?
Yeah. No, Cedar Junction is, that I started at Concord, and then I went to Shirley Medium. But yeah, you pull up to Concord, and it's like you see the old movies.
Yes.
The walls, the barbed wire.
Yes.
This isn't county jail. This is, you're going from a relatively smaller community to
it's pretty
prison
wild.
with,
it's pretty wild.
I think Concord is now closed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think the governor recently shut it down. But yeah, a lot of people still, I don't understand the difference between jail and prison. Maybe they do, I don't know. But like,
if you've been, you do.
Yeah.
Well, jail is very disrespectful. To be honest with you, this county jail, people are loud at night. That a lot of people might get on my ass for this, but prison might be one of the most polite places I've ever been.
Yeah.
There's a lot of please and thank yous and sorry, and because nobody wants to cross that line. Like, I got my single cell, I'm doing all right, I got my TV. Nobody wants to cause that trouble where they have to start back in the hole and then maybe even catch another charge, because it does really go there if a line is crossed. There's not loud, what are you going to do? You want to? There's none of that. It just gets right down to the point and right to it. And
Interesting.
Nobody wants, so it's very polite. People hold doors for each other. It's very, and then I came home and went to the biggie and I was like, I got to get out. People stepping all over me. And I was like, I got to get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. How was that after 5 years, kind of re-entering society? Was it culture shock?
It was just it was very surreal for a while. And I think life at this point is surreal still. I don't know. A lot of the time I'm like, where am I?
Well, we're living in a matrix, right? We'll get there.
Absolutely.
We'll put a pin in that
you think
one.
we're plugged in. Yeah.
I think there's a possibility. I think there's a possibility for anything. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know any of the answers.
So prisons play. So how often, like you see, like on TV and stuff, like fights and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
it definitely happens.
Yeah, and like mind your own business. No one's gonna mess with you and stuff like that. But
I feel like looking back, I feel very fortunate that I got put in the barbershop situation and stuff like, because I'm the same person everywhere. I could blend in well anywhere. And I was just ended up being pretty well known, being a barber in there. 1,600 people living together every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it ended up working out to my favor for where I was. Wasn't as bad as it could have been, for sure.
Well, you're definitely a pretty liked guy around here.
Oh,
I appreciate that.
Well, I think it's the authenticity factor. I mean, as long as I've known you, you've always been nothing but yourself. Regardless of who's in the room, regardless of, you know what I mean? And that resonates with people. People can pick up on a bullshitter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
when you have that kind of, when you're a genuine person, I think it's easy for people to like you. Do you think you being incarcerated, what do you think would have happened at 18 years old if you hadn't gone to jail? Like, would you have just continued in that hustle lifestyle?
It would have been a mess.
Yeah.
I do. I do think that I probably would have probably made some worse mistakes myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was Western Massachusetts, around the early 2000s, 2002, 2003, something like that?
2003, yeah. Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
Sad story. 3.
Do you talk to your kids about being incarcerated?
Well, my oldest daughter Googled my name about 3-4 years ago, and that was rough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we all live with mistakes, but that one was a bad one to have to talk to your young daughter about. But luckily my mom got to her first, and her and my mom have a great relationship. And by the time I talked to her, she was like, "I know we all make mistakes, Dad, and all I've ever seen is good out of you." She was like, "I know," so it made it a little easier. My mom's a good buffer.
Yeah.
And also, do you feel judgment from people because you've been incarcerated, or?
Absolutely, and some people I deserve it. I think, you know what I mean. Some people because it wasn't something minor.
Right.
It was major.
Yeah.
And one person being away forever and one person not here anymore, I probably they need to give it to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get that.
I appreciate your transparency, man. I know
Yeah, I've told the story's been told.
So you had kids when you got out?
My son, his mother was 4 months pregnant when I went in. I missed his first 5 years, and that was something I said I'd never do again.
Yeah.
And that crushed me. And luckily he was young enough, but I know it made things rough for me and him at first. Me and his mother didn't have the best relationship for a while, and that's understandable too. Pulled a lot of her dreams away from doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, smooth now. He's 21 years old, and we're best friends.
Yeah.
And
that's great.
Yeah, there's nothing like him. We talk every day. Keeps me laughing. He's a funny dude.
That's great.
What advice would you give to Buddy, 20-year-old Buddy now?
Man, I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I guess it's tough because I know who he was, and he wouldn't have listened.
Yeah.
You had to learn the hard way. Nobody was going to tell you.
Shut up, you old bitch. That's what I would have said. Don't tell me. You don't know me.
Right. Yeah, that's funny.
So, I don't even know what I would say to that person. I guess maybe count to 10 and think more times, but I wouldn't have listened.
Yeah. Well, not many 18-year-olds do listen,
right?
regardless
for sure.
of the situations they're in,
Yep.
When did you know you wanted to make being a barber your gig?
So I started with I started up at the mall at Palace Hair Design with 10 females fresh out of prison.
Oh boy.
I was like,
I wouldn't trust somebody in a room with 10 females now, let alone fresh out of prison.
I was like, cha-ching. But I learned real quick because that was my first time I ever had a real job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was coming home 23 years old,
Yep.
and I'm in this salon with these 10 beautiful women, but I realized real quick that it's more drama than anything. So I was there for about a year, and the owners were great guys. Old Italian guys, straight from Italy, still had the accent.
Yeah.
They'd call, and instead of asking for the manager, they say, "Put Milton on." I'd get on. How are the bitches? Like they were a trip.
Yeah.
They were funny, but no, the drama. And then I started, certain things you start seeing when you grow up in Pittsfield that you realize, all right, this is going downhill. And I told one of the guys, Marino, I said, listen, you should probably put some cameras in here somewhere where not even I know, just to be safe.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want you guys to think we don't trust you. All right, Marino. And then about a month later, I said, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go down to East Elm Street. That's when I started working with Tony Riello. And went back up there to see them about, 4 or 5 months later. And they got beat for about $12,000.
Oh, really? I told you.
I tried to tell you, son.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It was pretty wild.
Sorry, go ahead.
Did you have to tell them you were in jail?
Yeah. I told them in the beginning, and Marino said, forget everything from your past and live for right now.
That's great.
And
Yeah,
I said,
and that's the way it should be. If you
Totally.
commit a crime and you go to jail and you serve your time, you should be allowed to maintain a normal life in society. It
sure.
should be rehabilitation or whatever that means.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? You should be coming out better than when you went in. That's
for
the
sure.
point, is to give you advantages that you might not have had, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you still party when you got out of jail?
Oh, like crazy.
Yeah.
But
Like,
what's
did you ever
funny?
get back into a situation
I
where
can pull out some pictures we can post on this pod, but I won't. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's funny. One of my cousins I came up with that still has a hard time with some things said, I don't get how you came back here and never got in trouble again. And I said, bro, you have a choice. You're grown.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Pick the people you're with. I realized when I was getting drunk when I was young, like even me and him, we would fight on the streets when we were drunk. Next day, act like get another half gallon of George's vodka for $10 or whatever. Just disgusting.
Yeah.
Teenagers, you know,
Yeah.
Mix it with anything in the
course.
fridge, and then we fight in the middle of the street just to test ourselves, young boys.
Yeah.
And then when I came home and I was out partying, I realized I would tell guys this. Why are you looking at that? Why are you worried about what that dude's looking at? Look how many beautiful women are in this place. And it just changed. It was like, let's have a good time.
Yeah.
Let's make it a good time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And again, I think that's a contagion factor too. I think that's why people like being around you, is because you do just have that attitude, let's just relax and have a good time.
Look, if somebody comes up and puts hands on, then it's different. You know,
Sure.
they got to get them away from us. But
Right.
I, that's the last thing I try to go to.
Yeah. You're kind of a peace and love guy. You're kind of a modern day hippie in some ways, right? Is
I'll
that a
take
fair?
that.
Is that a fair?
I'll take it.
Statement.
Yeah, I don't mind that for sure. I definitely try to always go every route other than anything violent or against somebody.
Yeah.
Like why have more enemies?
Yeah.
How many haircuts do you do a day?
I'd say 16 to 20.
It's a long time in your feet.
Yeah, my knees and feet are starting to feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like waitress hours. That's like you're hustling all day long.
Oh yeah, doing that half circle around that chair forever.
No bathroom breaks in between customers or line out the door.
No, sometimes I tell I'll be right out. I need to go use the bathroom real quick. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Good for you.
No, it's sometimes my feet my left foot is tough. I busted it a few times, and my knee acts up on occasion. And my buddy asked me the last time my knee acted, "What'd you do to it?" I said, "Worked on it for 20 years at 300 pounds." He was like, "Yeah, that checks out."
That'll do it.
16 and 20 here. Just you barb, so you don't do you do women at all? Just guys haircuts?
No, I
Sorry.
see, she's got such a dirty mind.
I know.
If-
I just know
Can you-
buddy, and he
do you
loves
do
women.
women?
He
Yeah.
loves women.
Yeah,
women
you
are
love-
beautiful. Women
Yeah.
In
are,
the best possible way. I don't mean that in a
not
chauvinistic woman.
Nah, it's
Perhaps,
women are
quite
great.
the opposite, actually.
Yeah, women are great. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I do. There's a lot of women that get shorter cuts. And then there's a local judge, and his wife is a firecracker, and she came in one time, and she was like, I know you don't cut women's hair, but I need you to cut my hair. And I was like, all right, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
And she was just funny as hell.
She have short hair?
No, she had long hair. It was just a blunt cut at the bottom. She was like, you cut my husband's hair, you're going to cut my hair. I was like, sure, you got it.
Now obviously you don't rely on walk-ins anymore. You got a clientele who just sort of makes appointments.
Yeah, no, but I still get them in between. Like when walk-ins, I'm a big, I get a lot, because of how I've been doing it for so long, I found ways to get haircuts shorter. As you know, I can get a haircut done a little quicker. So then I have a half an hour appointment. I get that appointment done in 15 minutes, and I got 15 minutes to get a walk-in in before my next one, if there's somebody waiting. But then there's, Chops is getting quicker with it now, and so he's starting to get more walk-ins in there too.
I like getting a long haircut.
Yeah,
because he finds it to be relaxing.
I do. I find it, and I find it weird kind of admitting it, but like, no, I like the whole, like, did you ever get into the whole ASMR thing, with a towel, with the hot towel and all that?
Only during schooling.
Like when, the straight razor. Sure. I love that, doing, they put your head back and they just kind of go around. Man, I think that.
Sure, but that's not the way to maximize business if you're there to
it's not.
Right?
It's not. But if you know I'm coming in and I'm going to, give you a big tip or whatever. Sure. I love that.
Yeah. No, there definitely is the people that love the longer cuts and to get pampered, and because what else do we have as men now, right?
Yeah.
We have the barber experience. That's about it.
That's it.
It's true. I was just thinking that. I was like, well, Slater, you probably like a longer one because it's peace and quiet to yourself, or you get to chat with Buddy, who's always a good conversation. You're away from the kids for a couple minutes. It's some you time.
Going around the ear real slow and stuff.
Yeah, it's nice. It was probably 2018 where I started really picking it up because Sims had burnt, and then what was it? The Miracle Mile shut down.
Yeah,
and because of these things, we started getting so packed that it was like going quick. Next, nonstop all day long. So you just start learning new little tricks to make the haircut still as good but quicker,
more efficient.
And that's really when I realized I was a barber. It was 2018.
Yeah,
I was cutting hair for years.
Yeah,
I never really seen myself as a barber.
I
was like, I'm cutting hair. Makes this is cool.
Right.
But 2018, I was like, oh shit, I'm really doing this.
Yeah,
it really became like a craft for you. Right?
like it just started coming. It started coming together.
Why do barbershops smell so good?
Oh yeah,
dude. If there's a
clubman.
Oh my god, if there's a guy who's fresh out of the barbershop, I'm like, okay, get away from me.
And that's that classic scent. I think that comes from your great grandmother's DNA. Like that's that classic scent. Every woman.
Yes, that's like calming, but also like hot at the same time.
Yeah,
you can tell you just got out of the barbershop.
Yeah, oh my god, it's the best.
Fresh,
the green bottle there, the green.
There's that one too, and then there's the.
That's not the one.
The panade or whatever.
Clubman, that's the one.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's a very distinct smell. What his haircuts changed for guys over the last 20 years in terms of like style? I mean, I think the fade has been.
No, it's crazy now. What I call the PHS white boy cut.
Pittsfield High School white boy cut. What is that?
Man.
What is it?
I remember before Will left Teddy's and all that, I remember sitting there at the bar and they all rushed in and I'm eating and I'm like, what the? And I say, Will, come here for a minute. I said, I never believed it when they said we all look alike, but look at this. And he goes, oh, what are you guys, all cousins?
Yeah.
And it's because they all have that same hair. I've never seen a generation so bent on looking like they're not trying and trying so hard.
Right. Yeah. So like what is that cut? Like what do you mean? It's like
they want a real low, they call it low taper fade. But that's something that TikTok
I was going to ask you
my kids have said low taper fade.
Yeah, that's a big TikTok trend and so what they really want is just like a little shorter on the side and then a nice tight taper in the sides and the back and then just for it to be nuts up top. And just
like real messy.
And sometimes the kids will be like, I just want this cut right here.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, all right. And then this over here. Like it's like they're like custom cuts now.
What about the hard part trend that was real popular a couple of years ago? Like these guys literally had like gaps in their hair and they would like shellac
bringing it back
down.
from the 20s and 30s.
Yeah. I used to call that the prohibition cut.
Yes. Yes.
But that was hot for a while.
Yeah.
And I like doing that cut. I remember the first time I did it, I was like, that's sharp.
Yeah.
But then everybody did it some people still do it here and there.
Yeah.
It's usually older dudes now. Not many young kids do it anymore. A lot of kids are doing the mullets. mullets and the new age mullets and the mohawk mullets.
Yep.
You know, a lot of that's going on right now. All the athletes are doing
I was just going to say, did they come in and say, I want to have hair like who, what names are they giving you?
No, they just show me pictures, and I'm not a big sports guy.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I know the local athletes, but not so much the guys on TV.
Yeah.
Back in the early 2000s, it was like bedhead.
Right. Yeah.
That was
just get crazy.
That was I
just like put some stuff in your hair.
I used to rock the bedhead, you know, and just like tie it on the sides or whatever, and just like, you know, obviously the imitate just cut out of bed, but and now and mustaches too.
Oh yeah, mustaches are huge, you know,
and beards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember her saying years ago, "When are you gonna take that animal off your face?"
Yeah.
Then the Red Sox did it, and she was like, "Nice beard, buddy." That's so true. That's so true.
You're so full of shit. I have never been a fan of the long beard. Okay.
Right.
I mean, listen,
I can trim it. No,
How long have you had?
You do you
for
do.
years.
No, you keep yours nice. It's when it's scraggly and when it's like not like kept well. You got to put listen, if you have that much hair, you got to take care of it. You got to put some product in it. You got to.
Works for you.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, I need something. Can't be a jeweler with no gold.
That's so funny. All right, today's episode of Off Air with Slater and Marjo is brought to you by Rogue Wellness Counseling, who will guide your healing through the mind using traditional talk therapy methods and will incorporate body-based practices such as somatic experiencing. RogueWellnessCounseling.com.
Talk to me about conversation in the chair.
Jeez, it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
Right now, it's very political. I get a lot of political, and I'm not that guy, so I agree with both sides. But you could tell when somebody's very far on either side.
Yeah.
And it's funny, they sound the same way about the other side.
Totally.
It's pretty wild.
Yes, you could. They're making the same arguments, just different.
Just from a different point, just different side, and that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And but other than that, it's honestly, there's a lot of guys that are in their 20s now that I've been cutting since they were teens, and strangely enough, they come to me for a lot of advice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys are crazy.
Yeah. Why? What is that? Like, why do they have? I can see if it's like somebody you've been friends with a long time, but why do people like have like just like almost like blind trust in their barbers? Like they just open up like a clamshell, and you don't really know them. Besides, you know,
if I have the experience in a subject, I'll give them my experience and some some tips. But if I don't, I just say what I would do.
Yeah.
I'd give them a couple options. I'd do this or maybe this, but I can't really help you with that one. I've never been there. And they're like, oh, all right.
What specifically were you asked advice about recently?
Oh, there's a lot of stuff with relationships. I can't really. I had 20 different conversations today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
What's the relationship advice you give people?
Well, when it comes to the younger dudes that I know, that you know that I think a lot different than other people when it comes to relationships and things like that. And I try to tell them what I'd feel at their age. Like, you should do that, but don't ever get stepped on, or don't start letting people tell you what to do, or make sure you're free. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like remember that we're all just like dogs training each other how to treat each other. So if there's something you don't like, let her know right away, so she don't do that to you again. Like stuff like that. If somebody says they didn't like what their new girl did to them or something, let her know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, stuff
how do you feel about monogamy, buddy?
I think it's great for people who want that, if they could find that, and it could be real.
Yeah.
You know, from myself, my mother stopped telling me what to do when I was 12, and I'm cool with hanging with one person as long as it's understood that we're our own people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never gonna try to control you. Don't ever try to control me.
Is that what monogamy means to you?
Well, no, but I think it comes along with it a lot in relationships.
Yeah.
Like, well, I didn't like that. All right, well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how to walk through that too well. I've tried it a couple times.
Yeah.
Didn't work well for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Putting
me on the spot. Listen, just stay out of my DMs. I believe in monogamy. Stay out of my DMs.
Listen, I just know Buddy has. He and I share a kind of similar perspective on things sometimes, I think you're just realistic about
Yeah, I mean, well, in this day and age, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if I grew up in my grandparents' time, I'd probably get married, and be able to find. We're just in a different age.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I don't believe it's true for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm speaking from my path.
Yeah, I know you're very much a to each their own kind of person.
For sure, absolutely.
Live and let live,
yeah,
right?
no, I don't judge nobody for what they do or how they do it.
Yeah.
I just know from my point of view and my path and what I've seen. You know what I mean?
What do you like to do when you're off the job, when you go home? How do you spend your time?
I love waterfalls. I love being by natural water.
You love waterfalls.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have a huge list. I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah, hot tips.
Awesome watering holes and different little hikes to some great waterfalls within a 2-hour radius. Love the ocean. Got to be next to some water when it's hot out. In the winter, I hibernate. I just have a shirt off and I'm just in my house, man. And then I go to work.
Yeah.
Try to take some trips to warm spots in the winter. That's about
Dad,
it.
you hate the cold?
The older I get, yeah.
Yeah.
I never really did. I used to love it as a kid. I used to be out in it all the time in my tighty whities. Now, the older I get, the more I can't stand it. It seems like it lasts longer every year.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the cold.
We're gonna get you guys on some skis. We're gonna get you guys on some skis.
One time I got on skis and I was pushed down a hill and I tumbled all the way down and then ran to the car with the skis on. Never seen a hill again. I was 8 years old. They're like, go, do it. I was like, I've always been built like this. You can't send me down the hill like that. I just roll.
I just roll.
You know what I mean?
That's funny. I know you're big on traveling and experiences with your kids. You've been like super open about that. Talk about that. Like that seems like a big kind of pillar in your parenting, right? You're not buying. Huge. You don't spend your. I know. Please share your philosophy on that.
Yeah. No. There was a. What was it? Shoot. I guess 2018. I figured I'm done filling the living room with shit. And then filling my house with shit that the kids don't even play with.
Like around the holidays.
Yeah. After 2 months.
Yeah.
It's don't even exist to them
Stop
anymore.
bringing shit into the house.
Right. And so I just started doing trips for birthdays, Christmases, New Year's. And it's just the experiences with the kids. It just lasts forever. And now, I got Shutterfly. A friend of mine just got me this picture of us from Texas this past New Year's. And I'm going to do that with a couple of them because on New Year's, it's just me and my 3 kids. We have a trip.
Yeah.
Other trips are with other people and other people in the family or whatnot. But on New Year's, just me and them 3 start off the year together in a new land, seeing something different. And it's just been, to me, it's been beautiful. And the memories are just, that's something that you'll never lose, never get thrown away.
Yeah.
And they don't get it now.
I was just going to say, how do they respond to that? Are they like, Dad, like, I know they love the trips, but are they also like, we want more presents on Christmas? Or do they?
Well, I don't know about that, but when they're on the trips, they want, my teenage daughters want to stay in their room on their phone. I'm like, there's tons of things to do here we've never seen. Let's go. Yeah. Oh my God. It's like, you girls have no idea how you got it.
Like, I'm taking you all over the world to see shit that,
Like, I want to see it all. Like, I don't stay still, especially on a vacation. I got to see it all.
I just think that's such a good parenting philosophy, like spending the money on experiences rather than things.
Yeah, I believe it's important because who knows, who knows what next year is.
Yeah.
Do you spend a lot of time on YouTube?
Yeah, I mean, when that's usually at the end of a day, I'll go and I'll just let the YouTube things scroll.
Yeah.
While I just hang out, do something mindless for a little bit, bring myself down. Something I ain't got to think about too much. Something funny, just scrolling these stupid prank videos of these kids doing stuff in public to people. Try to stay on my toes for that, so I don't end up getting in trouble hitting some 17-year-old kid on camera. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a prank. I know this one, guys. Keep it moving.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
You said something about the Matrix earlier.
Oh yeah, no, she brought it up, but no,
Marjo said you get some interesting theories on
just life. Yeah, I mean, who knows what it all is? I think any scientist or doctor, anybody that says they know what's going on here is out of their minds. They have no idea. I remember when I was a kid, I really appreciate what my mom did. Is when I was a kid, I used to say some wild shit. And instead of her going, don't say stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? She'd be like, yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
She didn't pretend to have all the answers.
No, so it just kept my mind going all the time. And I remember saying, when computers were first coming out and stuff, I remember saying one time, like, what if we're all in like just this computer, Mom? What if it's just a computer? This isn't real. And then the Matrix came out, and I was like, remember I said that?
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, you did say that. She was like, you did say that. I was like, yeah, who knows?
I mean, it could all be a simulation.
Who knows, right? Some scientists are saying it now. Like, there's a good chance. Who knows?
I mean, it seems like everything in the movies like kind of comes like to be like
Right.
Terminator 2.
Like, we're coming at
Terminator 2, the opening scene is when the computers are fighting the human resistance, and that's 2029, dude.
Right. Yeah. What do you think about AI in this whole thing? Like, I mean, if AI can exist, then why couldn't this all be?
Yeah, exactly. This could already been done. I guess Google just put out this new what is it, Gia or something like that? Google.
VO.
What is it?
Oh, the movie maker?
No, Google. Google.
Oh, Google.
The new
Google,
Clio? Is that it? What's the new Google AI? Gemini. Thanks,
Thank you.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Gemini.
And I guess you're pretty much making simulations in that, and you're making and then it showed like this little preview of inside of a simulation making another simulation. Just to show,
Unbelievable.
like, what? And the dude's like, then how can you know that we're not already in one? You know?
Yeah.
So, would you date a robot? Like, would you have a relationship with a robot, like a female, like hot robot?
Bro, listen, if it had everything that the women have, that'd be beautiful. Well, that's what I think the problem's going to be. That might be the end of humanity.
Right.
I think it's a good possibility.
I've already
dude.
made 3 kids, so I'm not to blame.
I'm not even joking, dude. I think that's where it's going.
Yeah.
Slater believes
Not
that
to-
like
not to sound
90%
dark.
of
For sure.
dudes would sleep with a robot.
Absolutely. I
Female.
I think that's way
And
under.
he says the
I
other
think
10%.
it'd be 99.
So he says the other 10% that say they're not are lying,
Yeah.
or say they wouldn't.
Well,
I
right.
don't know though. You wouldn't be thinking about that the whole time. Like if I was having sex with a robot, I would be.
No, you know what I'd be
I would
thinking
be
about the whole
thinking
time?
about their robot.
There's not going to be no arguments later. It's going to be
Well,
a beautiful time.
Listen, the way AI is working, if they're going to mimic humans, then there is going to be an argument.
I just remember seeing
She's gonna be
Ex
mad
Machina.
when she finds another earring back in her bedroom. You know,
Like 10 like 10 years ago, I remember seeing that movie Ex Machina came out.
Yeah.
And the guy was having a full-on relationship with the robot. You know, she was very attractive, and I was like, but here we go again. You know, in the movies, predicting the future and stuff. But like, so like we have to like worry. Like my kids are young, so I'm trying to like. But I feel an urgent responsibility to prepare them for an industry or jobs that AI isn't gonna.
Yeah, no, it's going to be tough. I feel
replace,
lucky with that as a barber. I don't think there's gonna until a barber looks like me.
I think
somebody.
I think you're
Yeah.
good, dude. I mean,
like I
don't
wouldn't let
think-
a robot touch my hair, but I also wouldn't have sex with a robot.
Yeah, but
I'm just telling you, like, and you guys, like, you love your girlfriend, like, you loved Georgia, like, you love women. I just feel like the robot wouldn't be like satisfying because it's not real, and it's not real. Like maybe satisfying in like the simplistic terms, but
the
like,
flesh is there, and but if
it's
everything's
not
like a
real.
woman,
but it's not real. And you know it's not
who
real.
says
You
you're
just don't
real,
care.
Marjo?
Listen, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. But it's a fascinating thing to me. Like if there's one thing that should be like a sacred, like human connection, it's like sex.
No, I get you.
And relationships.
Yeah,
I don't know.
there's nothing more connected. Yeah,
I think most guys would agree with you guys and be like, oh, sure, I would sleep with, but would you really want to be in a relationship with someone you knew?
Well, what if you were single?
I don't know. I guess I'd rather be single than,
What's the difference between a one-night stand if you're single and
because that's a human being. I don't know. It just throws me off.
I mean,
human to human connection is something to me that
it's
could not
definitely
and should
different.
not be replicated. Like how humans interact and treat each other, I think is, I don't know.
I get that, but I think especially when it comes to sexually, men and women are very different.
Sure. I think we can all agree there. Yeah.
AI. Crazy times, man.
Yeah, no, we're living in sci-fi now. When you look at stuff, you're like, never thought I'd see that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
I know.
mean? It's wild.
And I remember hearing it from my parents, but now it's really a different level,
But you also live your life with kind of like a very Zen, like Buddhist perspective too, right? Like how does that weave into like conspiracy theories and things like that?
I've learned when people like we had that guy in the barbershop for a little while it's like he was just introduced to the internet. He every conspiracy theory there was, he was on it. And you've known me for a long time.
Oh, he cut my hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I liked that guy,
I get
man.
me too.
Yeah.
I got a lot of love for him, and I
absolutely,
hope everything
dude.
goes well. Yep.
Yeah, he's not there anymore or right now, but like,
Yeah.
What would he like talk to you about? Like, what are his theories?
I mean, classic. Everyone
Like some
starts
of
with chemtrails.
Yeah.
And it just goes
I thought
in
the moon
from
landing
there.
was the first one people went
Well,
to.
but you hit it right. It's like he just found that section of the internet.
Yeah.
He was naming all the stuff my father-in-law has been talking about forever.
Right.
He was like, da, 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 da. I'm like, yep, know about it. And
Exactly.
but he was really passionate about it.
So like he's gonna change something by telling everybody.
I know.
And I was like,
Big on
listen,
crypto
brother.
too.
Yeah,
Huge on crypto.
for sure. And I would tell him, listen, right now you're just learning all this stuff and you're frustrated about it.
Yeah.
There's gonna come a time you realize, okay, this world might fall off the waterfall soon, so I'm gonna enjoy every day I possibly can. Like,
totally.
Try to find all the beauty that's left.
Yeah.
Because the world's not what it used to be, but there's still a lot of beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's how I kind of intertwine them.
Yeah.
Like, I understand. I like to stay aware now, but I don't let it clog my mind up.
Yeah. And that's when
it used to clog my mind up a lot. When
Yes.
probably 15 years ago. It would drive me nuts. Like, why isn't everybody talking about this?
Absolutely.
Like, why don't people care?
I agree.
And then it just, you get to a point where it's
you
like,
just exhaust yourself.
and it's like, what if I'm not doing nothing? Why am I talking about it?
Yeah.
Sure.
I can't change the world.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories and stuff like that are very entertaining.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
you feel empowered. And you want to
Right.
tell people.
You want to tell everybody.
You want to tell everyone. This is what I just learned.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm gonna tell everybody, and we're gonna go against the government, and we're gonna we're gonna burn down. What I mean?
I know.
But it doesn't work like that. Everybody finds it at their own pace. They find
Yes.
different truths at their own
Yep.
their own time in their lives.
Yeah.
And
It is interesting how badly people want to convince people to see their
Right.
point of view
Oh yeah.
on anything, but
Everything.
especially
Yep.
when you're kind of going down that
sure.
rabbit hole of thinking outside the box, so to
Without
say.
a doubt.
What's the wildest one you ever heard? I mean, I know I'm putting you on the spot there, but
The wildest
Or the one you're like most passionate about or something. Like
The one I'm most passionate about, I'd say, is probably that we're not the only ones in this universe, and that we're probably gonna find that out soon.
yeah, I never believed in aliens before, and now I'm like, there has to be some. I mean, if we exist, why can't there be something?
The one
else?
I'm intrigued with a lot right now, I usually don't talk about this anymore because I just keep that stuff to myself and I go down rabbit
tell
holes.
us.
And I'm very intrigued with Alaska right now and everything that could be going on up there.
Like what?
There's a lot.
I don't know. See, I don't know any. I don't know about
The ice wall and the hole and how every nation agreed nobody can go there, and like there's just a lot going on. But yeah, if you go fall down that rabbit hole, that's entertaining. And about 2 in the
Guess where I'm
morning.
going right.
Yeah.
When you should be sleeping.
Somebody told me that in Alaska they live differently up there.
Or no, I'm sorry, not Alaska. Antarctica.
Oh,
yeah, Antarctica.
Well, that's like on my top
sorry
5
about
places
that.
I want to go
Yeah,
in the world. I want to go to Antarctica. You have to fly to Buenos Aires, then you have to go to Ushuaia, then you have to take a boat from Ushuaia to there. I'm obsessed with this. I'm going to do that
There's a lot of
in the
stuff.
next 5 years.
There's a lot of conspiracy theories coming out of Antarctica. Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Harp was another early one.
For sure. Absolutely.
HARP? What's that?
Yeah.
You guys got to fill me in on these things. I don't know.
It was just right there.
The weather.
HAARP or something. Yeah.
High frequency active auroral research program? Is that what you're talking about?
They're opening up whole.
I don't know. I'm going to have to deep dive this on my own time. But
Antarctica. I want to go to Australia.
these theories
Australia
range
seems cool.
from existence of hidden civilizations and alien bases to claims of secret Nazi settlements and even a hollow Earth entrance.
There's a lot.
Tucker Carlson thinks all the aliens are underwater. They're in the ocean.
Well, you know what's crazy? When I went to Puerto Rico, our driver in Puerto Rico, this young kid, he was about 22, 23 years old, and we wanted to go to the rainforest. He said, the coolest parts of the rainforest, you can't go there anymore. They're all, the government came and shut them all down, and they got guards with big guns now. I said, what? He said, yeah, when me and my friends were growing up, we used to see things over the ocean, and they would just dip into the water. We always said,
kidding, man.
He said, we always said there must be a tunnel under there, and they go into there or something. He said, but we watched all our time growing up. And I was like, for real? And my kids are like, don't get my dad started.
Well, listen, we've explored more of space than we have of the ocean.
Right.
They discover hundreds of new species in the ocean every single year. Like, who knows what
They say
the fuck's
NASA
going on
was
down there?
Yeah, they said NASA was like to explore the ocean originally, and they went down to a certain depth, and they came out and they started exploring
Yeah.
the universe. Like, we need to find somewhere else to go.
Yeah.
There might be something crazy down there.
And there's also been the government has like I feel like slowly been like
little bits by little
admitting
bits.
to like certain things, but I don't know. Is that a distraction? Like
Yeah.
from the is that a distraction?
Now
from
you're
something
thinking
else?
you're thinking like you're supposed to.
Well, I mean,
For real, it's always distractions.
I've come around
Always
to this.
distractions.
I've come around to this. Yeah,
You got her, Slater.
A little bit, yeah.
no, listen. Listen. And also sometimes I'm like ignorance is bliss.
Yeah,
like
it is, though.
the
Absolutely.
day-to-day
It is.
life
Absolutely,
is heavy
yeah.
enough. Like sometimes I just don't
It
want
is.
to fucking
Yep.
weigh myself down with other stuff like that.
Right. It's
But
funny.
I also don't want to bury my head in the sand and be, a sheep, so to say.
Right.
Like, you got to find that balance somewhere.
It's
It's good
right?
to be aware.
Yeah.
Right.
But also, like you were saying before, I just don't want this stuff to consume me.
Right.
Things consume me. I know. I gotta find a way to relax. I
He's
gotta
a little
find a way to
obsessive.
relax.
When
I was
when you
yeah.
cut Slater's hair, how much shit does he talk about me?
Oh, that's all we talk about.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. No.
No, I've only caught him once so far.
We talked about
Really?
we
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know
Well, I
that.
walked in and I said, "You taking walk-ins?"
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he said, "Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
You're
time."
lucky. Buddy's a hot
Because I was
commodity.
there to
You're
see.
lucky you got in with
I
him.
felt honored. I did. I was like, wow. I was like, oh, he's all right.
Yeah.
Because I was there to see what's his name.
Yeah.
When I was in Puerto Rico, the guy said, he didn't tell me about aliens, but he said, that's where they filmed the Despacito video.
You don't want to go down there. You don't want to
why?
go down there.
What do you mean?
What, down in where all the colorful buildings are?
I don't know. He was just.
What is it? Laporte or we ended up there. Me and my kids. We were in Old San Juan, and
Yeah, I loved those. I loved Puerto
beautiful.
Rico. Yeah.
But then you get to that far left end, and that's where all the colorful buildings are down over that wall.
Yeah.
Where they filmed Despacito.
Yeah.
And some people go down there and want pictures because of the video. Robbed, killed.
Oh, they know like tourists are.
Yeah,
gonna
you don't want to go.
Yeah.
It's that one road that goes down there, and it's that one staircase. And our driver said, "How'd you get way over here?" And it was 1 a.m. with my kids. I'm the only one out there with kids.
Yeah.
And
La
La
Oh,
Perla.
that literally is where that dude from New York City who went to Puerto Rico to see Bad Bunny literally just got killed in that neighborhood.
You don't want to be in La Perla. And it's it's the coolest looking place, because any picture you see of Puerto Rico, it's all those colorful little shacks, and you're like, oh, I want to get a picture of that.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't want to mess with La
We
Perla.
went to El Morro.
Okay.
The old.
We stood right up over that to watch all the fireworks on the other side.
Yeah, that was. I enjoyed Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place that you've been traveling?
I'd have to say Austin, Texas was awesome. But I think my favorite would probably be St. Thomas.
Yeah.
St. Thomas was just great. The place we got, the villa I got, and then the driver we found, Peanut, just was...
Peanut?
He was just a gem of the island.
Anyone who's named Peanut.
Anywhere we went, they rolled out the red carpet for him. So we got the treatment too. And they'd have gifts for him. Peanut, I haven't seen you in a couple weeks. I've had this for you. Oh, what a great guy. And he would, every time he'd show up with a cooler of stuff for us. Here's my juices, some foods for the beach for you guys. Oh, thanks, Peanut. I took care of you yesterday.
You peeled off a couple.
I didn't know I took care of you that well yesterday.
When your country is mostly based on tourism,
Sure.
and that's your business, like I'm
Absolutely.
sure you figure out how to.
My kids
work
loved
the
them and everything.
system.
They all
Yeah.
wanted to get them gifts when we were leaving.
that's
It was awesome.
What's a decent tip for a barber these days? I'm so clueless when it
Slater's
comes
a
to
bad
that.
tipper
Dude.
too. So
No,
I'm just kidding. He's not.
That's tough. I'm a barber. I don't want to be that guy. But I usually get $30 to $40 for a cut.
What do you mean?
For a cut.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I charge $28. People either give me $30 or $40.
Yeah. All right.
People
Then
leave a
that's- that's-
$2 tip on a haircut.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. No,
That's
that's
horrible.
But then,
I
there's,
get
then there's
between-
some others that will give me 60 or 50 or 60. You know,
yeah.
It all evens out.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm not complaining about a $2 tip at all. Remember that, wherever the
Well, yeah.
I'm complaining about a $2 tip for him. Like, come on.
If it's 28, I normally leave 35 or 40.
Sure.
Yeah. So all right, I'm right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't want to be.
Yeah, you don't want to be too stingy, right?
I always
Well,
get in
who is
trouble.
it? Who is it? Steve Velot?
Yeah, what about him?
He used to-
We're naming names now.
well, this
never
was
really
way
know.
back in the day.
Yeah,
He liked to name drop a little bit.
sure.
Nice, I didn't have nothing against him. He
I
just
never
was
had a
like, he was like, oh
problem.
yeah, Eminem, Rihanna, or so, Kim Kardashian. I remember.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah.
So who have you cut?
Oh, none of that. I cut
Brian Slater. I was just going to say.
Yeah,
Brian
Slater from off air.
Yeah,
And
from the Off Air
radio.
podcast.
And
Yeah.
I cut the guy that did a lot of songs for children's shows. Like he did the Backyardigans songs, and he's this older guy. He just did a bunch of like he
Who, Blippy?
no, this older guy.
I don't know any of
he was
those
like from
children's show
Williamstowners. But you remember from TikTok the Into the Thick of It? That was
Not on
huge for
TikTok.
about a year or so.
Yeah.
And so I was cutting his hair during then. And I was like, "Oh, you did that one? You must be, doing well from that." He goes, "No, I only got the original, whatever, $5 or something for the song being on TikTok. Then it's just used a million times.
Yeah.
Get
And you
nothing
get
from that.
no royalties. or,
Nothing
like,
off of
anything
that.
from that. Yeah. Are you still making music? You were
I write on occasion.
Yeah.
I usually, not as much as I used to. I used to write a lot at night so I could smile during the day. That's how I used to put it. So write at night, smile during so I could smile during the day. Get it out of me. Because that's how I was taught since I was young. Just get it all out of you on paper, pen and pad.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a good way to live.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
I mean, listen, they say journaling,
Yeah, it's very
practicing
important.
gratitude, all that stuff is very, I don't want to say trendy right now because I feel like that makes it kind of devalues it a little bit.
Very
but
trendy right now.
Well, no, I mean, it is. I think people are realizing the power of like putting your words onto paper. It's like writing an angry email and then like waiting to the morning and like calming down and not sending it. Like at least you're getting all that stuff out there. The problem is I just send it.
Right. Anybody that's going through a tough time, I always tell them, bring it to the paper.
Yeah.
Because, there's nothing like looking back and being like, damn, I was going through that and this is how I dealt with it. And, yeah, I think it saved me a lot. Writing in my life has saved me a lot.
Yeah.
Up here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you write a lot in prison?
Oh, that's all. Between that and programs and barbering school, it was a lot of writing.
Yeah.
I have books like this. Just,
That's
just letting it
cool.
all out.
That's cool that you
a lot of looking inward and writing it all out and being honest with myself, being mean to myself sometimes. You got to let it all out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm out of questions for you.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have some for you now. No, I'm just
Yeah.
messing.
Slater loves when What do you want to know?
What made you? Why'd you become so cool to frost the tips?
They're not frosted. They're not frosted. Dude, when he first did
awesome.
it looked a little orange.
Yeah.
So
What's wrong with orange?
My kids.
He
looked like a leprechaun.
Thanks to Taylor Swift this morning, orange is apparently the color of the season now. So.
All right, there
My
it
kids
is.
bleach their hair, so I put some bleach in mine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you,
I just heard her giving you shit
yeah.
about it.
And I was DJing a wedding, and I needed a trim, and Buddy hooked me up, and he's like, "What's up, Eminem?" He's like, so he said something like, "Oh, mom spaghetti."
Mom spaghetti on your shirt already?
Yeah.
I just like the salt and pepper hair. I think you should embrace that, but he doesn't. He thinks there's too much salt.
I don't love it. Yeah,
Not
it's too
enough
much
pepper.
salt.
You got all the hair though, man.
Yeah, I know.
Can't
At
complain
least
too
I
much.
have that.
You got all the
at least
hair.
I have it.
Yeah.
You have no problem with the hair.
Okay, a stupid question that just came to my head. Do bald guys go to the barber, or they just do it themselves?
I have to do this every 2 days.
Yeah.
I just shave it. Yeah, well, I cut a lot of guys down to the skin. They wait a little longer than I do though.
Got you.
There's some people like my uncle. I gave him one of the things I use. I was like, just use this every 2 days and you're good.
Yeah.
Because instead of having to come and deal with me all the time, now you got your own.
There
You
you
know
go.
what I mean? And, nice and it's simple enough.
Yeah.
Just keep going until it don't make noise anymore and don't have like a Velcro feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, I appreciate
Yeah.
you guys. Thank you.
Buddy,
back again
everybody. Yeah.
Yes.
Milton Gasson Jr.
Yes, that's
on
right.
the Off Air Podcast.
Episode 13.
That's
Lucky number 13.
All right.
Love
Stay
it.
out my DMs.
I'll try to contain myself.